I'm Elise, and I'm a student in business administration at Cégep de Jonquière, and I am here to present to you a proposal for a new law, actually. So, as I was saying, I'm a business student, and while it's great that big companies are making a lot of money, I thought to myself, how can we change something in how the economy works so that everybody can profit of it? Well, how can we improve the world in which we live in is changing something as a society. And by that, I mean making a new. As my studies go by, all we really talk about is how we can make more money, how to attract more customers, and again, how to make more money. So, money, money, money. Well, that's great. Some chief executive officers that we commonly call CEOs are making more money. That's great for them. But while they get more money, then customers are spending more and they have less money. And all the organizations that are nonprofit and charities, well, they don't get the fundings they need because customers they spend more and donate less. While this is how the economy works, why should big companies prohibit smaller charities and nonprofit organizations from getting the fundings they need? I mean, some poor people in the streets count on these organizations to live their lives, to feed themselves, to wash once in a while. Here in Quebec, it's called La Soupe Populaire. And also, there is some Maison de la Femme that they call. It's for violated women and their children to get a shelter from their husband. So, if they stop operating, what would these people do? I am sorry, we have a question here in the room. Yes, miss, over there. I am sorry, Mrs. Brassard, you're saying that more and more companies are making more and more money, but that charities are making less and less money, but more and more charities are being funded. Is that right? That's exactly what I am saying. CEOs are becoming richer, but what for? To buy a second Lamborghini? A second cottage in the Hamptons? Do they really need it? What if we took a small percentage of their profits? What would really change in their lives? They would have to buy a Porsche instead of a Lamborghini. Think about it. Furthermore, there is more and more problems emerging in the world. So, as a result of that, well, there is more and more charities emerging as well. For example, there is one, it's called Save the Rhinos, in which they want to save the rhinos that are going extinct because rhinos are being chased for their horns. So what they do, they try to protect these animals, and if they need, well, they actually put dye in their horns so that so they can be saved and not hunted down. Of course, we have some companies that actually do donate to charities and nonprofits. As an example, we have Surimini here that gives money to Leucan and Fibroschistic. So all the profit they make from selling their reusable bags and their gift boxes goes to these charities. And once a year, they have a huge contest, and each ticket that they sell for that contest goes to Fibroschistic. Also, we have Jeffree Star, that is an American entrepreneur in the makeup industry that made a collaboration with the LGBTQ and that donated all his profit for his rainbow collection, that is the flag of the LGBTQ community. He donated all the profits to that community. And compared to other companies, he's quite small, yet he donated more than bigger companies. No one knows when they might need the services from the charities or the nonprofit organizations. This is why creating a new law forcing Canadian businesses to give a small portion of their profits to charities and nonprofit organizations is imperative to help the community. How will this work? Well, each time a company sells one item or one service, 25 cents will be taken away from their profits and will be put on a separate bank account. in a separate bank account, and each month the government will empty out that account and will be distribute the money throughout charities and non-profit organizations. This way, companies are not affected that much by those donations, but in the bigger picture, if we put every company and every item sold, well, it's a huge help. That way, customers actually might want to spend even more in their companies because they know that some of their spendings goes to a good cause. Also, the government will choose in which charities and non-profits they will give the money to, so that it is very equal for everyone. Of course, there would be some exceptions, like companies that are failing, companies that are starting out, that are making a really small profit because they're already struggling with money as it is. Also, some might say that we pay enough taxes as it is and we don't have to give even more money, but customers and companies will be able to get a tax refund or a tax credit. And of course, everyone would have to get on board with this law because it's a law. They have to obey it. If not, well, they get tickets and they pay a lot of fines. For the budget, I would need a budget for traveling because I'm going to meet with CEOs so they can back up my plan and they can be on board with it. Of course, we have to go see the government of Canada, so I would need traveling costs to go see them. I would need also a place to stay, so hotel, that's a lot of expenses, food, etc. Looking forward to meet with the Prime Minister, Monsieur Trudeau. Also, I would want to do some publicity so that the citizens are aware of what's going on and what's being forced on them. Of course, making a new law is not an easy task. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of meetings, but I do believe that with the right resources and the CEOs of Canada that are known for being open-minded, we can get this law applied. Of course, some people will complain, some people will want it abolished, but help the community, and one day the community might help you back.